Second, did you predict second in the league? Because I didn't. I didn't have that on my bingo card. I didn't have that on my lottery ticket. I didn't have 5 consecutive wins on it either, nor did I have John Kearns being the tied top goal scorer in Sky Bet League 2. I think things are looking up, and if things keep going the way they are, we might be up for a promotion spot some point this season. Well, welcome back, folks, to the Reggie Miller episode of Taskmaster FC. If you know what that is, congratulations. You know a little bit about Indiana basketball. Reggie Miller, one of the greatest Indiana Pacers of all time, had the number 31. I think I might introduce my videos that way. Just to, give a little bit of context. Anytime we can learn something, that's how you just get better. You just always keep learning things. You're always learning. And, so maybe we'll just do that. But that being said, speaking of learning, I think we've learned quite well how to be successful in the Sky Bet League 2. Since you were last with us, we had some interesting little bit of wobble of form here against AFC Sudbury and Cheltenham Town with a 3-5 loss. I since then switched the formation. Well, I say I switched the formation. I really didn't switch the formation in general, but I went from more of a positive mentality back to a balanced mentality, and what a difference it has made over the last 5 games. A big 3-2 win over Wigan Athletic. Wigan Athletic not too far off from the point where they were in the championship. See if I can actually get them here. Competitions. I'm going to learn how to use eventually profile. General. Yeah, they were in the Premier League not that long ago, and it had a real epic battle, kind of just moving down the table here. So, sad to see Wigan Athletic there, but happy to beat them as a team on the up. We built Milton Keynes Dons in the Bristol Street Motors Southern Section Group A trophy. Awesome. Great. Just what I always wanted to do. Just progress in that tournament. more games I don't care about. And then 3 impressive victories. 1, a 3-0 victory over Tranmere Rovers, a 2-1 victory against Crewe Alexandra, and then a big 4-0 win against Harrogate Town, who are rock bottom of the league. Speaking of the league, look at the standings here. We are currently second. Now, again, I don't expect that to last. There's lots of teams that are here that are really close to the number of points. It looks like Wimbledon's just going to run away with it. But we do have 3 automatic promotion spots at this level and 4 playoff spots. So there's definitely an opportunity here. I think we've moved past the point where we're just simply trying to avoid relegation, but we're seeing just exactly where we can end up in the middle to upper half of this table. As we look at the player stats here, John Kearns, what a signing that's been. League leader, or tied for the league lead in goals, 9 goals off of 13 appearances. That's the type of striker I want to see on this team. Came in from Norwich City, has been absolutely superb so far, and will only continue to grow and will only continue to get better. Fingers crossed. That being said, we got 2 real important games today that I wanted to show you. The first is going to be at home against Chesterfield and at home against Doncaster Rovers. So I'm really hoping we can keep up our good run of form, continue these 2 victories here, and then I can end up with another trophy in my cabinet, because I'm telling you right now, 6 wins in the league is going to end up with me having the Manager of the Month trophy, and I'm trying to fill out my trophy cabinet as best I can. So, that being said, I think we're just going to run to the fixtures. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into things today. I'm not going to bring you with a lot of extra stuff here and there, but our lineup has been superb. The only dip in our lineup has been Ray O'Leary here, who has just not played particularly well. And so I'm going to give Ray a chance here, but any signs of poor effort, and Fern Brady's going right in. Fern Brady had a superb game last time out, so I think that Ray O'Leary is kind of on a short leash here, but really everybody else I feel like has done well. We've put together a pretty good squad here. We've got quite a few offensive-minded players that are in attack here that I think are going to be really successful for us and have been successful. And then defensively, we've been quite good. Sue Perkins has done really, really well. Actually had 2 goals in one of our previous games, so that's one of the reasons why her rating is so spectacularly high here. But if we look at our lineup here, again, more of a balanced mentality. We are going to go with Rose Matafeo in our goal. Defensively, we're looking at Kumar, Perkins, Gorman, and O'Leary. Wozniak and Joanne McNally will complete our central midfield. Our wingers are Madeline Same, Lisa Tarbuck, and Alan Davies and John Kearns up top. Let's go out, let's get another win today, and let's continue our assault on the top of the table. As I mentioned before, this team has really gelled together quite nicely, and I've been really pleased with just everything that I've seen so far. Everybody's been contributing. The football itself has just been fun to watch. It's been really, really impressive, and I'm hoping that continues and rolls over in these matches as well. Looks like we got an immediate highlight here And it's immediately intercepted, but Kumar gets the ball to Same. Same looks for Tarbuck, who, again, heads the ball over the top of the net. I say again because it feels like every time I bring you an episode, that's all we do is just clear the ball over the top of the net. We don't get any opportunities here. And looks to be the same for Chesterfield today as they managed to head a ball over the top of the net as well. But if we look at the number of opportunities that we've had so far, 3 shots already in this game. Possession has been fairly even so far, but not really a whole lot to say so far from this game, again, other than the fact that we've been really good lately. And again, I want to continue that solid performance today and just see where we end up. It's kind of exciting the first time you're in a new league because you're not quite sure what to expect here. Alan Davies, Jordan McNally has room and absolutely fires it past the goalkeeper, Bentley, 1-0. And a bit of an accident there that just kind of fell on McNally's lap, if you will. Kumar ends up trying to get the ball to Alan Davies, really threads the needle here quite well. Tries to get the ball to John Kearns. It's intercepted. Looks like Kearns works the ball back to McNally, actually gets a foot on it, and it beats Bentley, who probably wants to have that back. But it is 1-0 to Chesham United. And again, our superb run of form really has been showing over the past couple of games and really shows today. Just kind of a little bit of the luck going our way in that last highlight. And sometimes that's all you need. You need a little bit of luck. You need a little bit of a fortune. And sometimes you create that. Sometimes it just kind of happens on its own. And that just barely misses. Matafeo looked like she had it covered. But still, you do not want to be allowing those types of opportunities, especially this late in the half. You want to go into the halftime with that lead, which is exactly what we're going to do. We are up 1-0. Quite pleased with that performance and quite pleased with the amount of opportunities that we've had so far. I'm going to give everybody a thumbs up for that because that was a superb performance in the first half. Ray O'Leary, 6.6 is not great, but it's not terrible. That will suffice for what we're trying to do here. And like I said, our offensive talent has really been showcased here today. Looks like we end up with a corner kick here. Madeline Same ends up getting on the end of that. Nish Kumar looking to cross the ball in again. Ends up being cleared, but Kumar works the ball back into the box. Gets headed back out. Same to Tarbuck, and Tarbuck scores her second goal of the season. It's 2-0 Chesham United over Chesterfield. And this is the type of play I've been talking about where we have just been relentless. We've been beating players to free balls. It sounds a lot more inappropriate when you put it that way. But again, things like that, just Tarbuck, just over the competition here. And I feel like it's been our later signings. Wasn't expecting to sign Alan Davies, Kearns, Tarbuck. All these signings have been really superb over the course of this season so far. We have thrown here Tarbuck to McNally, back to Ray O'Leary, who's just going to clear the ball into the box. Can anybody get a handle on it? Nobody can. And ends up being cleared by Chesterfield, but Kumar gets the ball back to Mike Wozniak to McNally in the box. Can't find anybody to connect with, and it ends up getting cleared out to the midfield here, and Chesterfield look like they are trying to rally on the counter here, but it looks like Mike Wozniak gets the ball to McNally. McNally over the top, tries to get it to Tarbuck, but unfortunately nobody there to intercept. And Chesterfield are going to, again, look to move the ball through the midfield. Get the ball up into the box here, and just barely misses Sutter with the sitter. I like what I did there. It's called alliteration. Looks like it might have been saved or deflected, which is fine. Chesterfield end up with the corner. King with the ball into the box ends up being headed over the top of the net, and that will be a goal kick to Chesham United. Still 2-0, 54 minutes into the game here. And again, a pretty good performance so far. Chesterfield have kind of come on a little bit in the middle of that second half here and provided a couple of opportunities. But other than that, it really has been a dominant performance for Chesham. And there are a few substitutions I think I'm going to make here a little bit earlier than normal, but Dave Gorman just not up to performance today. I mean, 6.4 is not bad, but I think Laura Daniel can do a little bit better in that position. We do have some people that are a little bit fatigued, but they are playing quite well. I don't see any reason to make any substitutes here until their performances start dropping. Nish Kumar, be on the lookout. Ian Sterling might be coming in here in just a little bit. I'm giving maybe about 5-10 more minutes, or maybe now, because we have a highlight for Chesterfield, and any offensive highlight. Don't like Stevenson. Ooh. Matafeo didn't even move there, just off the top of the crossbar. That is a close run thing. And I'm going to go ahead and switch. I know it's early. I know people don't like it. The last 20 minutes, I need to secure the win for this game. Kumar's been doing... Oh, gosh. Okay. I feel the need to make a change because we've been under offensive pressure. Again, same thing here. We're under pressure. I feel the need to make a change. But defensively, we've been playing well. I just haven't seen any opportunities here. Alan Davis gets that, and he's going to just run. There's nobody behind him or in front of him. He's just going to run. Oh, all that work just to hit the post. I mean, to be honest, that is devastating for all that work just to end up knocking it right off the post here. looks like they've gone to quite an attacking mentality here. I think one more goal is what we're going to need in order to kind of win this game out. And I'm not sure how the ball got to John Kearns, but it ends up at the back of the net. It is 3-0 to Chesham United over Chesterfield. And a kind of a happy little deflection here. Tarbuck manages to get the ball to McNally. McNally gets the ball back into the center midfield to Wozniak. Wozniak finds Same, who tries to get a ball on goal. It takes a deflection, and Kearns just takes it and mops up what's left over. And it says it's a tight offsides. I would kind of agree with that. It's close, but everybody seems to be on. So, I think it's perfectly fine. 3-0. Let's go and get some of those substitutions. And you may ask yourself, why did that recording automatically stop and I go to a home page with the schedule on? And that's because for some reason I accidentally clicked the pause button and I don't remember doing that. So there's nothing more embarrassing than sitting here talking to yourself for the next 5 minutes and not realizing that anything is being recorded. So that being said, I brought you back here just to show you we did win 3-0. Not a lot happened towards the end of the game there. We made some substitutions, but other than that, that kind of ended the game there. So you saw everything you needed to see. I went on a big diatribe about how well we're doing, which, again, I would reiterate is something that we have been doing quite well lately. League 2 standings look like this. We're still 4 points behind Wimbledon. I don't think they're going to be caught, but we are definitely in this mix here. I would say these set of teams here, we get 21 points down here. I'm not saying that anything's set in stone yet, but 9th through 2nd, I feel like you're going to be in competition for these spots if we continue to do what we're doing, which I certainly hope that we do. I went and looked at the attendance here, 4,481, and I wanted to go in and just kind of get a look at some of the standings here, just to get an idea of kind of where we are in the league for a variety of different factors. First off, in terms of amount of salary being paid, you can see that Wimbledon's paying nearly £4 million per year on salaries. We are paying $800,000. So you take ours, multiply it by 5, you get the same as AFC Wimbledon. So we are doing quite well on a fifth of the budget that they have. In terms of our attendance, average attendance is 19th. With 3,929 fans in attendance, which I'm actually pretty pleased with. If we go back and take a look at some of the other attendances that we had, and we'll take a look back at that here in just a moment. But 39,000, I wish. 3,900 is quite good. We're actually 8th in the league in terms of percentage of capacity. We did expand our stadium not too long ago to have a capacity of 6,534. I think originally it was around 5,000. So having a little bit of increased capacity is nice. That will do well for this league and possibly next league. But I think if we end up moving to the championship, we do need to look for a bigger ground. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Chesham's not that far away from London. I don't think it's that far away from Reading as well. Again, I'd have to look at a map. I've got an atlas somewhere around here. Actually, I was hoping it was nearby. I've got a British atlas here somewhere. Yes, I'm an American with a British atlas. Go figure. I want to know where all these places were. It was kind of fun to go around and look at. I say American. I live in America, but Canadian, whatever. What I'm trying to get at is that we are doing quite well for ourselves. And even if we go back and look at the schedule for previous years, last year we were getting 1,700, 2,000 at home. Year before then, again, 1,800, 1,300 at home. Year before then, 900, 700. Year before then, 600, 500. We've multiplied our attendance by a factor of 8. I could not be happier with that, and that's going to hopefully help pay off some of this debt that we've got going on here. But I've talked enough about the team so far. We've got a week. We've got 3 days till our game against Doncaster Rovers for 22nd. So hopefully another superb performance here as they only have 9 points in the standings. We'll be around 30. I'll bring you back here in just a moment, and hopefully I won't accidentally click the stop button like I did last time. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. All right, folks, just a couple of changes here for our game against Doncaster Rovers. We did decide to substitute in Jenny Tien for Joanne McNally, who needs a little bit of rest and is a little bit worse for wear. And then I also brought in Justine Smith for Madeline Same, who again needs a little bit of time away just to make sure that she is fully recovered. So moving forward, this is going to be our team. I'm excited. We're going to keep with that balanced mentality as it has served us so well the last couple of games. I'm going to go ahead and submit the team. We're going to get started, and hopefully we can make it 2 for 2 for today, because it's always nice to bring wins on stream when I show you videos, because sometimes it doesn't showcase that. Sometimes we just get lucky off stream, and sometimes when you're on it's not so much, but it is what it is. Looks like a pretty full house today, which I am always thrilled to see. Lots and lots of people, well, close to a full house. But that is immediately intercepted right off the kickoff. We get the ball. Jenny Tien works the ball to Kearns. Kearns, good save. Appears to be offsides. But again, I like the offensive mentality immediately after kickoff. Get a nice little interception here. Work the ball into the box and see what can happen. And just like that, we end up with the corner here. Justine Smith ends up with the ball, gets the ball down the line, moves the ball into the box. Apparently, John Kearns was taken down. It will be a penalty. And John Kearns is going to take this. And fingers crossed, our penalties have been quite good lately, which tells me that we're going to score again. Positive mentality. Even though we're not playing with the positive mentality, we're unbalanced. I'm going to keep a positive mentality. It's 1-0, 4 minutes into the game. Great little penalty. Cheeky little that ball is just rolled past the keeper. Keeper really could have dived one direction, gotten back up, and then made the save. But, we're still pretty low down in the leagues here. But it is 1-0 after a fantastic effort by John Kearns there. And we get the ball immediately back. Lisa Tarbuck now. And fortunately for the Doncaster keeper, Doncaster? It is Doncaster, isn't it? That sounds about right. I don't know. I'll look it up here in just a minute because I honestly don't know. I don't know who we're playing. It doesn't really matter. We should win. Ray O'Leary with the interception. Gets the ball to Kearns. Kearns pumps the ball over to Alan Davies. He is alone-ish over the top of the net, unfortunately. And that will be a goal kick. Again, still not quite sure who we're playing against yet. Ooh, cannot let those free headers in the box. That will not be good for us. Still don't know who we're playing because I still don't have an opportunity to take a look at it yet. We do get the corner here. Nish Kumar gets the ball in the box cleared out. Justine Smith works the ball back in. Sue Perkins to Nish Kumar. Alan Davies is brought down again. He may have been offsides. No, they're going to award the penalty. He was in an offsides position. I think that was quite interesting that they still award the penalty for that. Kearns is going to take another one. And it's almost the same spot as the first time. He scores 20 minutes in, 2 penalties. John Kearns, 13 goals on the season so far. It is 2-0. Chesham United over Don. Is it Doncaster? I should know. Donchester? Donald? Doncaster. Okay, I see it now. It's right there. Doncaster Rovers. Good. That's who I thought it was. I just wanted to double check and make sure. It says we should remove team crosses. I don't think we're going to be doing that because we've been playing superbly so far today. Just eliminate the counter-attacking offensive opportunities from Doncaster, and we should be in good shape. Nish Kumar looks a little bit tired. We will get him a substitute on in halftime. My cats decided to play with their scratching post. Everything is turning up well for today. All right, Sue Perkins with the kick here. We get it to Dave Gorman as we try to work the ball out of our back end here. Ray O'Leary moves the ball to Lisa Tarbuck down the right-hand side. Going to sprint to the line here. Gets the ball into the box. Another penalty. And Doncaster's going to wonder what the referee is thinking here. John Kearns gets the hat trick. Same spot. 3 penalties, 3 goals for John Kearns. I don't really know what to say here other than Doncaster has either been incredibly unlucky or just their instruction is just to tackle anybody who gets a chance to take the ball. Maybe they're familiar with how we've done penalties in the past and think, you know what, they're going to miss more than they score. We'll take that opportunity. And unfortunately, we give one right back. It's 3-1. A very poor defensive performance there. And who's that? That is, I believe that's Ray O'Leary, who decided not to mark his man. 15's coming off at halftime. We've already got players who are complacent, which does not make me a happy customer here. So whoever 15 is, let's see here. Larry 15, 16. Maybe it was 16. Is there a 15? Oh, it would have been Nish Kumar. Good. I'm taking him off anyways. I'll have a talk with these guys. The complacency is not what we want to see in this team dressing room. Okay. Let's do some individual talks here. Good performance. Okay, he's complacent. Lovely. Just what I wanted to see. Can I talk to the other person I brought on? No, I can't. Oh, I can. Okay, inspired. I'll take that. Oh, complacency irritates me so much in this game. Like, what's the point? I'm bringing you on. You should want to play and not just go out there and lollygag around. Yes, I'm of a generation that uses the term lollygag. You'll get over it, and you'll move on. We're still at 3-1 here. 3 penalties. I mean, it does make you wonder if those penalties weren't given or weren't awarded, how that might affect play here. We'll get Chris Parker on, who is our Loney from Palace. I'll get one more substitute on here, Alan Davies. Let's get Ursula Carlson on, see if we can get some goals there. We keep John Kearns on for a little bit. I'm hoping not to see another yellow card here. Chris Parker in the box. Ursula Carlson immediately scores. Great impact sub there. Great, well done, Joe. And it is 4-1, Chesham United over Doncaster Rovers, as it should be with our locations in the league. We are second, while Doncaster is 22nd, and right now it is currently showing as we are firing on all cylinders today. And even this episode, we have just been fantastic in front of goal. So let's hopefully keep it that way. Let's not allow any goals here. Gilbert and Smith are both complacent. Again, complacency. I hate complacency because it leads to stupid stuff like that. That is very unlucky. I'm going to berate the entire team. Don't be complacent. Like, pull your head out of your butt. See, and that's what allows them back into this game. We should be so much better than this team. And yet, we're being complacent. I don't know what to do. Overwhelmed by the feedback. Don't be complacent. Yeah, be upset. Can I shout individually? Because I'm going to if we see more complacency. Okay, shouts. Okay, who do I need to focus? This person. Can I do more than one? Oh, I can. Okay, nice. Confirm shout. Oh, one got happy, one got disappointed, and the other's just like, yeah, I don't really care. Interesting. Maybe I should use individual shouts more often, a little more tailored to individuals' performances rather than just hoping that they all do. Ursula Carlson here behind scores might have been fractionally offsides. Yeah, I was a little bit worried about that. It was a close run thing, but in the grand scheme of things, we are winning and winning significantly. We're going to take this victory. We're going to keep pushing towards the top of the table. Home attendance not quite as much as 3,700 is in attendance this time, but we will take it. Nice work, everyone. That was good. I like seeing good performances like that. And, again, let's just keep getting points. Just keep swimming. That's what they say. Doncaster Rovers fall into the drop zone. That's exactly what we want to see. All right. So the next time I want to bring you in with some more difficult games here because this was a fairly easy run of form for us. I think Wimbledon and Leyton Orient might be a good time to bring you back. I don't know. Like I said, I'm taking a little bit slower this season just to, milk this a little bit more. But this has been a really good run of form. I thought we would struggle a little bit more so far this season, but we have done fantastically, and hopefully you've enjoyed that as much as I have. And if you did, make sure you leave a like on that. Subscribe if you want to see more Taskmaster FC content where we're trying to take Taskmaster's best and bring them to the Premier League. And I will see you very soon. Goodbye.